You had to walk away from stuff. You had to walk away from some stuff, baby. The whole deck just fell. Just about my whole deck of cards just literally slipped off of this doggone board right before hitting the button on this video. So maybe you feel like your life just, the whole deck just fell. Like, bro, just literally slipped through my fingers, through the cracks, right? And you had to let them cards fall where they may. It says, our goddess walks away from 8 floating cups as a full moon looks on from above. This card is about what we have and have lost. You may be feeling disappointed. Often when something doesn't work out, it is because there's something else in our life that is trying to reveal itself. Take time to process your feelings, but know that the energy spent on the loss of the opportunities, on the loss of those opportunities beyond letting go of them, offers you nothing. We can begin to focus on the new pathways that are more aligned with our energy and direction. Take a break and breathe. You can come back to the issue with fresh eyes soon and see the growth that has happened. There may be a tendency to want to retreat into your own world now. Take extra time with self-care and rest, but also ground and connect to your good rituals and friends. Okay? Keywords: transition, letting go, disappointment, space, rest. And your first card, it says, what advice can you get for your situation? So this situation left you feeling vulnerable, in self-doubt, weak, low self-esteem, lack of confidence, feeling inadequate, impotent, and being, I'm sorry, impotent, and being bullied. You were probably being bullied because that's been sticking to me this whole time. But Spirit wants you to say yes to inner strength, courage, bravery, confidence, compassion, taming control, overcoming self-doubt, focus and persuasion, influence, taming the beast within, harnessing instinctive desires, instructive, proper channeling of the libido. Okay. Strength begins with the choice to be kind to ourselves. So be kind to yourself. You had to go through this. And I just saw 222. You had to go through this, my love. You had to. So don't beat yourself up for what you had to walk away from. The cards was going to slip anyway. You couldn't stop that. Baby, you had to be freed, okay? Because you was being bullied. You was dealing with deception and selfish, you know what I'm saying, devious, premeditated, malicious energy, someone who's, you just had to be overly cautious in this entire situation. And all of that is low vibrational. So this is why God had to separate you from whoever this individual or that situation was. And I know it hurt, but you are stronger than you think you are. So give yourself more grace. You get what I'm saying? But you are in introspection right now, right? So you have introspection. It says this is a card of isolation, soul searching, and personal journey. Now is the time to be with yourself and process your energy. Go to the depths and see what's there. Be patient with yourself during this hard time and revealing work. Often, when the goddess of introspection comes to into our lives, it's a result in a personal evolution. You are journeying to the inner aspects of yourself, possibly even shadow forms. And once they are revealed, there is no going back. Okay? You are discovering big truths about yourself and should welcome them in as as information to guide you. Look around as the universe wants to offer its support through signs and messages. Be gentle during this time as lessons come your way. Don't be afraid to take the unknown path and tap into your fire and intuition. The night will be over soon. Keywords: isolation, soul journeying, inner guidance. And I keep thinking about flesh. I don't know if somebody feel like their flesh is weak or their flesh has been weak, but ask God to help you strengthen that, because I almost said flesh when I was reading the other card. But you also have the Three of Cups, and it says 3 hands celebrate together holding a chalice full of raspberry bushels, representing loving heart energy as an outcome of the hard choices made and the work performed as indicated by the reclamation card. This is a card of abundance, jubilee, and community. Now is the time to get together and enjoy with loved ones and neighbors. Revel in the fruit of life and all of the feelings that come with them. The universe sings as you fill your cup and share your joy. Now would be a good time to treat yourself and do acts of self-care. Obligations can wait. Obligations can wait. For now, celebrate what it is to be alive in this beautiful and bountiful universe. Keyword: celebration, joy, self care, community, and cooperation. And what it says, this situation, like I said, you was dealing with ruthlessness, selfishness. You know, you were selfless. That person was selfish, but you was dealing with devious energy, premeditated energy, maliciousness. Someone who was just over. You just had to be overly cautious. But anyway, say yes to being structured, having a routine, intelligent, rational, logical, power, authority, strength, manners, conversation, discerning, detachment, head over heart, an unemotional, analytical man or authority who makes balanced judgments and gives excellent advice. So yeah, we're gonna say yes to the truth, because that's what that is. The truth. Okay, listen, that's the King of Swords, baby. God is bringing you the truth. All right. Yes, stay focused. With this last card, it says what to say yes to. You got the Temperance. Spirit wants you to be generous. I did see generosity when I was shuffling these cards. So yeah, the Temperance card, it says this card asks you to figure out what we give back to the world, where we can grow and share our radiance. This is alchemy and the path to our highest self from the world of dreams, where time stops and we begin to bend elements to our will through intention and practice. The threading between thought and emotion balances our true reality. Traveling to the spiritual plane and returning with wisdom to be shared is our earthly mission. You may feel indecisive or ungrounded, but trust in your path, and that this is a time of magic leading to true enlightenment. Keywords: balance, purpose, alchemy, self control. And you do have, when the cards fail, I remember I said let the cards fall where they may, so I did pick them up. Don't you go pick them back up. Okay, I had to pick the cards up though. Stay focused. But dreams is right here on the top of the deck. So yeah, you may be, you feel me, get messages in your dream. You may need to keep a dream journal. You may need to pay more attention to your dreams. You probably have trouble like I do sometimes. When I wake up, I can't really remember my dreams. That's why usually I have to kind of lay down for a second before I get to moving around, because it'll like dissolve so quickly. So yeah, but if that happens, just get up and say out loud 3 times, I remember, I remember, I remember. You might not know what you're saying I remember for, but that's the point. So it can help you, your mind, bring it back to you, right? So yeah, lots of options, choices, multiple possibilities, opportunities, picking and choosing decisions, procrastination, dreaming, fantasy, illusion, wishful thinking, imagination, hallucinations, meditation. Only you know what you need to do, okay? But to say yes, Spirit wants you to say yes. It says delayed news. Patience is needed. Ideas, inspiration, planning, vigilance, protective, guarded, fairness, one who is calculating, and unconcerned about the feelings of others, communicators, scientists, mathematicians, aviators, travelers. So yeah, we're not caring what nobody say or think or whatever. We're not letting nobody control our lives. We're not letting nobody dictate us or bully us anymore. At this point, we should not be concerned about them or what they do and say. It ain't got nothing to do with you. That's their personal issue. Okay? You focusing on you. You are standing up and applying boundaries and standing on business and letting them know what it is and what it ain't when it comes to you and your life and what you will and won't tolerate, okay? Because that's your right? You're stronger than you think you are. Don't be afraid. You got this. I promise you, the Temperance, you good, okay? Be good to you. You deserve it. I love that for you. Peace and love, and be free.